You're watching Chicago Bears Now. Today's show is presented by Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com/chat. Get 20% off plus free shipping at checkout. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Today's show is a fan-led Bears mock draft. If you watched Tuesday's live show, you guys made all the picks, and now we're going to put it all into one video, and I'll break down each of the picks that you guys made on today's show. So a little background, and then we'll go pick by pick here. Today's mock, like I mentioned, made by you guys. No trades, no moving up, no moving down, just all 8 of the Bears draft picks, picking each of the first 3 rounds, a 5th-round pick, and 4 6th-round picks. Some of the Bears' biggest needs are as follows: quarterback, offensive tackle, corner, wide receiver, edge. You guys know the drill by now, and hey, we had some fun on the live show, and if you missed it, this is the perfect time to find out who your fellow Bears fans drafted in each round. Who is your dream pick in round 1? Maybe it's a trade-up target like a Justin Fields or Trey Lance. Maybe it's someone at number 20. Maybe it's trading down. Let me know. Dream pick for the Chicago Bears in the first round of the NFL Draft. All right, so let's kick things off. Teven Jenkins was the selection in round 1. He was clearly the best player available on the board. I think Greg Newsome was an option as well, but Jenkins simply fills a bigger need, and I think is probably the BPA at this selection. Powerful right tackle that would be your Bobby Massey replacement. Obviously, the Bears cut him earlier this offseason, and as you guys know, offensive tackle is a major need for the Chicago Bears, and Teven Jenkins has been a popular name that has been mocked to Chicago at number 20 overall. I love Teven Jenkins. I think this is a safe pick. If you don't move up for a quarterback, this is about as safe as you can go. You plug him in at right tackle, and you've got a stable there for the next decade. I honestly believe he will be a stabilizing force at right tackle in the NFL for a very long time. So you get him at number 20 overall, you plug him in over Jermaine Ifedi, and you're feeling good about your offensive line. I think you can get by for one more year with Charles Leno if you need to, or you could cut him, go draft another tackle, sign Alejandro Villanueva, whatever it is. But getting a tackle in round 1 is not a bad thing by any means. Teven Jenkins would be a great selection. Do you guys like the pick of Teven Jenkins? Hell, most of you guys made this pick. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Guessing we'll get a lot of yeses on this one. So get your votes in. Do you like the pick of Teven Jenkins? Round 2 we go. Kadarius Toney, the wide receiver out of Florida. We've mocked him to the Bears before, both in round 1 and in round 2. Great value here if he's sitting at number 52 overall. You guys voted on him over a couple of other options. Great speed, electric playmaker, yards after the catch. He's very, very explosive, and he would be a major upgrade in the slot over Anthony Miller. I don't think there's any doubt about that. He's faster. I think he's more complete. He would give you some juice on special teams also. I like Kadarius Toney quite a bit. He has been slipping in some mock drafts. He may not be the most complete receiver. He's more of just a speed guy than a route-running tactician, if you will. But this guy is an absolute playmaker. He's not a speed-only guy like an Anthony Schwartz. He can do more than just run past you. He can make people miss, and he knows enough of the route tree where I think he'd be a good slot receiver for Chicago. We'll see what happens with Anthony Miller, but obviously if you're drafting a guy like Kadarius Toney, don't expect Miller to be on this roster for too much longer. You put him in the slot with Allen Robinson and Darnell Mooney on the outside. That's one of the best 1-2-3 punches in the National Football League, especially moving forward. Like this pick a lot from you guys. I thought the first couple of selections were great. You get Teven Jenkins in round 1. You get Kadarius Toney in round 2. Two instant day 1 impact type of players, in my opinion. Job well done to you Bears fans. Now today's show is brought to you by Manscaped. Told you guys this at the beginning of the show. Get the Lawnmower 3.0 when you go to manscaped.com/chat, 20% off plus free shipping. I already can't wait to get home to my wife because you know what time it is. Manscaped.com/chat. It wouldn't be nearly as good if I didn't shave downstairs. That link will be in the comments. It'll be in the description. Get 20% off plus free shipping when you use our link, manscaped.com/chat. Lawnmower 3.0 and a whole lot of different men's grooming products available for you guys at checkout. Take advantage of the deal with Manscaped today. Kyle Trask, round 3, pick number 83. You guys went quarterback here. Of note, Kellen Mond was off the board when we selected in round 3. No conspiracy. He had already gone in this mock draft. So Kyle Trask became the option for you guys. We've talked about him quite a bit. He's an accurate quarterback. He lacks a strong arm. He's not very mobile, but he's accurate. He can throw with anticipation. I think with proper development, he could become a starter with time. I definitely don't think he's ready as a rookie, and he may never be ready, but I think in the right situation, in the right scheme, he has a chance to be a starter in the NFL. Think of a higher ceiling Case Keenum type. I think that's what you could be getting in Kyle Trask here. Really productive at Florida last year, was a Heisman finalist. Didn't play that well in their bowl game against Oklahoma, but a lot of their skill players had opted out, so I'm not going to hold that against him too much. I think he's a good round 3 type of option at the quarterback position. I personally like him more than Kellen Mond and Davis Mills. Obviously, you don't have the quarterback of the future on the roster, Andy Dalton, Nick Foles. If you're expecting a third-round guy to be your franchise savior, the odds will tell you that that's very unlikely, but it does happen, and it has happened, and maybe Kyle Trask could be one of those guys. Pick a day 2 quarterback. What's day 2? Rounds 2 and 3 of the NFL draft. Type KT if you want Kyle Trask. Type KM if you'd prefer Kellen Mond. Type DM if you like Davis Mills. These 3 guys have, kind of been cycling in similar ranges of a lot of mock drafts. So get your votes in, KT, KM, or DM. We'll go a little quicker on some of these day 3 picks. Zech McPhearson, the defensive back out of Texas Tech, a nickel corner hybrid. Very productive last year. 6 pass breakups, had 4 interceptions. I think competition at corner could end up playing out this year for Chicago after getting rid of Kyle Fuller. You cut Buster Screen as well. Duke Shelley should not enter training camp as just the far and away starter at nickel. I think McPhearson is a guy who could compete there, push him at least a little bit, despite Shelley getting those reps toward the end of last season. I want competition at nickel. I don't think you want Duke Shelley just having the job from day one. I think Zech McPhearson could be a guy there, and he's the player you guys selected in the fan-led mock draft. Guys, we're almost there. 25,000 subs is just around the corner. Remember, we have to get there by the draft, which is exactly a week away, next Thursday. Less than 300 away. You see the link on screen. Share it with a friend. And if you're watching right now, which of course you are, hit that big red button and subscribe. YouTube.com/BearsNow. Daily videos leading up to the draft. Don't miss any of our coverage. Round 6, pick number 204. I promised myself I wouldn't screw this up. We'll see. Kayode Awosika. I don't think I got that right. Awosika, I think, is actually what it is. The offensive tackle out of Buffalo, 6'5", 315. I like a developmental tackle. He's got the frame that you're looking for. Obviously played in a small school in a small conference. Has some room to grow there. But round 6, you plug him in. He can compete, as a backup tackle type of spot with, some of the guys from last year, Latavius Simmons, who was a round 7 guy. Maybe he competes there. Maybe he competes with an Alex Bars or someone like that. I don't mind the value in the 6th round to add a offensive tackle out of Buffalo. Round 6, pick 208, Frank Darby, the Arizona State wide receiver. Love the value here. Didn't play much in 2020, but productive player before that, before the 2020 campaign in college. And I think in round 6, pretty good value overall. Think about what the Bears have at depth, right? Javon Wims, Riley Ridley. You just signed Marquise Goodwin. It's not like those guys are home run picks at the wide receiver position. Get a guy like Frank Darby or another player in the 5th or 6th round and come compete. Come compete to be that number 4 type of wide receiver. I think that is very much up for grabs on this Bears wide receiver depth chart. So I get Frank Darby in the 6th round as well. Who is your favorite day 3 prospect? I actually like Darby quite a bit, and I think could be a good value play in the 6th round. Let me know what you guys think. Favorite day 3 NFL draft prospect for this year. Go ahead and comment right now. Jonathan Cooper's another good value play. I think I've mocked him to the Bears before. Round 6, pick number 221. Never quite put it all together at Ohio State, but I think he's got some potential as a pass rusher in the NFL. He's got good size at 6'4", 257. You could probably line him up in a 3-4 D end. He can maybe, in pass rushing situations, be that 3-4 outside linebacker type. I like the pick here by you guys in the 6th round. And then wrapping things up, Jack Anderson, the Texas Tech offensive guard. Big player. I think he's got some potential to become a starter down the road. Right away, he could fight for a roster spot. Maybe he's more of a practice squad player. We'll have to wait and see. But 6'5", 315 pounds. He's got the frame to be a successful guard in the NFL. Needs some fine-tuning in some of those technical areas. But not a bad selection by you guys overall. And honestly, I thought you guys did a pretty dang good job with this Bears fan-led mock draft. So kudos to you. A, B, C, D, or F. Go ahead and give yourself a grade, or if you weren't part of our live show on Tuesday, grade your fellow Bears fans there. A, B, C, D, or F. I like the picks overall. I'd give it a B+. I thought it was a good mock draft by you guys. So kudos to you guys. We'll recap it real quick. Round 1, pick 20, Teven Jenkins Kadarius Toney, the Florida wide receiver in round 2. His quarterback, Kyle Trask, was the pick in round 3. No 4th round pick. Zech McPhearson was the round 5 pick. And then your 6th round picks are as follows. Kayode, Awosika, Frank Darby, Jonathan Cooper, and Jack Anderson. Remember, subscribe to the channel. More draft videos leading up to next week's draft.